Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Drewlik and we're doing PvP. Today, nice little mercenary game for me still dealing damage, today on the Var Coast, and in this video I want to highlight two classes that are OP. This is the Juggernaut and the Concealment Operative. Now, I want to highlight them not because they're actually OP, but because they killed me twice in this game and I kind of have to, get some more revenge by just claiming that they're OP. But, actually they're not. But I'm just going to highlight how unfair and frustrating it can be to play against them. Starting off, this is the Juggernaut in question right now. I just kind of glitch around here. And see the Sork immediately. Now he stuns me, I immediately break that, use my defensive cooldowns and start bursting that Sorcerer. That Sorcerer should have used his healing abilities by now, he does not and gets bursted. Now that's just what happens sometimes, very unfortunate right there, use your defensive cooldowns. This guy also, he at least tries to use his defensive cooldowns, and does do so I believe in a minute. Yes, so I just immediately think, well, he's got his defensive cooldowns going, so I just go onto the Sork right here. But he, unlike the other sorcerer, does know how to use his healing abilities, does heal himself, and as there's nothing left to heal him, he has to use his bubble, as he should do. For a split second, I think it's a good idea to burst the Juggernaut, but I immediately refrain from that and start bursting the Operative. He immediately stuns me and tries to deal some damage, and I am frantically trying to survive right here. And I did survive. Unfortunately, because he had to do a double roll right there, he could not kill me. Again, very OP from you. Now, this is not the OP part. The OP part is it's just so annoying. They can get no damage, and he tried to vanish, but I denied that. And this is again one of the problems. I've talked about this with other operatives. It's you can't really do anything. You can just delay. That's the only thing. And he did try to reflect that, and I just immediately had to cancel that because if reflect would be just too hard. Now the thing is, the only thing operative really can do, they can't really deal that much damage, is the only thing they can do is delay. If you try to combo them, if you try to burst them, if you try to global them, they will delay you. They will mitigate the damage, they will kite you, they will outfight vanish, they will do everything in their possible, everything possible just to delay you. And that's just so incredibly frustrating because they just delay you that long until they have a second teammate right there. And I just hate playing against him. Again, see that? Mitigate, resist. He even resisted my stun, and now that he's actually targetable for a split second, he does, get incredibly low, but again, used his dodge right there, didn't work out the evasion because he was killed by force damage by the other sorcerer right there. So, with a nice big high crit right there, I just finished that guy off. I really do not like dealing with concealment operatives. It's just so difficult to deal with. Now the Juggernaut thinks it's a good idea to test his luck against me, but I immediately count him back, and he loses all of his bonus HP and dies subsequently from a nice crit. And this Merc in here is kind of trolling a bit, but he dies anyway. Nice big 8k. And the Sork from the beginning, who did not use his cooldowns, is back again. He does the same thing, does not use his cooldowns, and dies. This point is quite uneventful because, South is easily won. Again, we have a nice little assassin 1v1 going on here, which we just rudely interrupt to, kill him with a nice big execute. Does it say? Well, it's not an execute. Is it execute? I should stop talking. It's not an execute. It's an execute. Because I executed that guy with the last hit, last kill. And it was a big crit. It's a big crit. It's an execute. I think we should make that a thing. I thought that was a big execute right there. Again, so we got the mercenary right now who once more tries to hide in here. He drops down to 3%, but subsequently gets healed up again. And at this point, I'm all like, I'm just gonna kill these Sorks right there, while that mercenary is completely occupied with healing himself in that hut, and everybody dies. Now that his cooldowns are kind of running out, then, I think it's kind of nice to just burst him, which I do. Nice 8k coming in there, and he's dead. Now, the Western emplacement, it's not the Western, it's the Eastern placement. Eastern placement is kind of, under pressure right now, but not too much, so we just switch over here as I heal this guy. The thing you should never forget as a mercenary, you do have off-healing capabilities, and if you just can make somebody's day a little bit brighter by healing them, then you should do so. Unless you want to deal imber damage, which is what I want to do. Again, focusing the Juggernaut, not the best target of choice, but I just hate him so much that I just want to do so. Just dot him, and I realized that this is easily won, so I just grab all of my health relics, try to get the speed buff, and head back to south, because nothing is happening here, so obviously it has to be south. But, no, it's not happening south. Everybody is here waiting for me to 1v1 me, and, delete me. So we've got the prime example right here. I'm trying to stun him so that the thermal detonator explodes. I wanted to use the net right there, but the net was rolled away. He resisted the net by rolling, and this is just a prime example of delay. Delayed me until the fucking shadow came over here, and now that I'm using everything and trying to kite them 2v1, doesn't work out because he has got just so many nice and awesome delay abilities and mitigate abilities. He didn't actually deal any damage right there. It was all from the assassin. That's how they work. They just, they just don't die. They resist everything that you have. They can't win. That's the frustrating thing about this. They cannot win a straight 1v1 against anybody unless they're terribly bad. They cannot win a straight 1v1. But, and that's the point, but they can delay you as fuck and wait for someone else to come, and then you die because you can't win a 2v1 after you used every fucking ability you have on somebody who just rolled it away. And I hate it. But that's just my personal beef with operatives, and it doesn't matter because they're not part of this actual season. They're not part of this metagame. They don't work. And all they do is piss me off in random battlegrounds, and that's not a reason to nerf them or to buff them for that matter. Don't want to have them buffed. At this point, again, the other OP class, the Juggernaut comes in and tries to kill me. I immediately burst him twice, because why not burst him twice? He's a Juggernaut. He's down at 2%. But at this point, he just thinks, well, I just maybe use Saber Ward and kill him anyway because I'm a fucking Juggernaut. That's just how they work, right? Yes, that's how they work. Now, why do I hate Juggernauts that much? Let me just explain you something. Explain something to you. The thing is, Juggernauts were completely not viable as damage dealers in last content, in terms of PvE. And they fixed that, which is nice. And now you can see, again, this is just a very short compilation of that operative trying to kill me. He doesn't manage to do so. So just have a look, have a fun watching that. How he tries hardest to, combo me, and it just doesn't work. He don't deal damage. Stop doing it. Well, what I was getting at the Juggernaut was they were completely not competitive as a PvE damage dealer. They fixed that in this patch. They are very viable. They're very competitive. They pull very high numbers, kind of equal to the Marauder. The Marauder, of course, has got the benefit of the Bloodlust, and therefore are still more highly picked, and they've got more options, with the free damage specs, and still, they're still the favorite damage dealers, but they can compete. Now, this means for PvP that their output now completely matches or even exceeds every other class. That wouldn't be so bad if they weren't the masters and kings of survival, which they are. They have a stupid amount of cooldowns. They have an absolutely stupid amount of cooldowns. There is no class in this game that you have to burst twice. There maybe you can make the argument for a sorcerer who uses his shield after the bubble, but there's no class you have to effectively burst twice in this fucking game, unless you're talking about the Juggernaut, which uses enraged defenses, and this is a nice revenge kill on the operative right here. So who uses enraged defenses and gets up again to full HP, at which point he can use other abilities like reflect, which completely negates all tech damage, and not only that. I think the main issue I have with the Juggernaut is that he has got better versions of already strong death cooldowns. You see, you've got the fourth round of the assassin. He's got a better version of it. If you still continue to deal attack damage or force damage to him while in reflect, it gets thrown back to you. He's got a built-in mat pack for no reason. He has got a combination of two of the strongest cooldowns, which is energy shield and deflection. The Juggernaut is like, oh fuck that shit, I want to have both of them in the same cooldown. And they have so little cooldown, it's so frustrating to deal with. Why does this class have so many cooldowns and still deal that much damage? I just don't understand it. And this is my issue with the Juggernaut at that point. So you can see I almost doubled everyone in this battleground and still had 2 deaths because I had to play against these fucking OP classes. My name is Drewlik, you've been watching Drewlik PvP, and as always, have a good one.